Yo, what is up, my comic lovers? It is Nova here, back with another video. Sorry for the hiatus. I went on a little camping trip. If I'm cheeky enough, I'll put a little picture of me with a fish up here, but who knows? But today, I have a very special video for you guys. Today, we are visiting our beloved New York City, to some old faces in our childhood. And who might it be? I'll be talking about some mean, green, fighting machines. The TMNT. Oh. The TMNT. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Turtles in a Half Shell. Turtle Power. Okay, I had to do it. I was not gonna put that audio in. I had to do it myself. I'm sorry. Let's continue, alright? Let's continue. So, in today's video, we're talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, alright? This chapter is going to be called A Wish for Death. Alrighty. Well, let's get right into it. Our first look is going to be a turtle dressed in all black with noticeably all three other turtle brothers' weapons on his back. And then we have a dialogue from behind him saying something about the toxicity levels in the water. Then swimming through said water, saying that the sludge was past human levels, but good thing he is not a human. We then see the turtle scale the walls that are completely surrounding New York in every single direction. He recognizes New York, but to an extent, because he then says the east side's been crowded, but never this much. So there's a lot of people crowded up in the city. We see a shot of the city, big tower, like huge, like I wouldn't even call it a tower, just like it's taken up like a good chunk of the middle of New York. Huge tower. So obviously that wasn't there before. And we're still getting this dialogue from behind him, not revealing who it is yet, or the story not revealing who it is yet. Alright guys, editing Nova here, and I don't know why I didn't realize it, but the whole time, I didn't realize it until like the end, but the whole time, the people that our turtle was talking to was his dead brothers. I don't know how I missed that, but just wanted to come in and put that in. Peace. Yet he's constantly talking to someone behind him. Who is it? We don't know. But he then later steals a motorcycle to start his journey of revenge. Dun dun dun. So he makes his way to the tallest tower in New York. Alright guys, and I said earlier, it's not just a tower. This thing is thick, alright? This thing is more than a tower. It's a base of some sorts, alright? So he makes his way to the tower. So the way he did it was with the motorcycle. He kind of drove up something and then put some dynamite in the fucking motorcycle for then to hit a gas canister, like a very large gas canister, and launching him up to the side of this building. All right, guys, and the side of this building has some like hole with a grate above it, with a grate over it, I mean. And he takes the grate off and he's rummaging through, and then he gives us a line that says that. He says, you can take the turtle out the sewers, but you can't take the sewer out the turtles. Alright, kinda cringy, but we'll go with it. I read the chapters. He's been through a lot, alright? Just let's give this one to him. Let's give this one to him, guys. He's been through a little bit. A lot more than most of us. Then popping out of a sewer manhole in the middle of the city, or I guess in the middle of the tower, because it's weird. So the tower is like higher society. I guess that's where higher society lives, but not higher society, because to the guy who runs the tower later in the chapter, he basically calls them peasants. So you know what I mean. So we have New York City and the population, and then in the middle is some huge tower, which is like a better living space for higher up people. So startled by the alarm, because obviously in his past, traversing through the sewers, coming out of manholes 24/7, there were no alarms. So in these alarms being set off, the police come, and they look like a whole bunch of RoboCops with katanas. And you're like, whoa, what the hell is this? What is going on? Alrighty. Got a police chase outside. That's nice. But we got some RoboCops with ninja RoboCops, basically, with the katanas. And you're like, what the fuck? What is this? He then throws down some smoke bombs, going back to his roots, what he's used to. Throws some smoke bombs down, gets away. And so as he gets away, these mechanized ninjas, basically, they start to follow him, all right? And then going through this tower, he's slicing and dicing their heads off. He realizes that they are humans. They're cyborgs, basically, humans with robotic enhancements. And then we get the dialogue behind him once more again, saying, like, basically, what sick fuck does shit like this? Like, who does that? And then our turtle saying, the person I'm here to kill. Makes sense. We get a really funny dialogue from someone behind him. They're like, whoa, synthetic ninjas? What? Sinjas? And that was a funny part. I enjoyed that one. So making his way through the tower, we then pan over to Oroku Hiroto. Okay, guys, Oroku Hiroto is the new master of the Foot Clan and the Shredder's bastard grandson. All right, new generation of Shredder. The Hiroto and the have been fighting forever, and for some reason I cannot remember the freaking name, but fuck it. We'll keep going. Oroku Hiroto, Shredder's grandson, is being informed that someone has infiltrated the city, all right? Not knowing that the person that infiltrated the city is actually in the tower. His tower, all right? As we see our turtle going through the tower, he's fighting hordes and hordes of these Sinjas. The higher he gets, the more upgrades they have. But we do not see him struggling. We do not see him, like, he says that they're strong, they are fast, but they lack will. And that's basically all he has right now, is just the will to just fuck him up. The will to fuck him up. So, they're getting stronger, faster, less willed, but the higher he gets, the more upgrades that these Sinjas have. And then Hiroto finding out finally after like an hour after like 30 minutes after infiltrating the city, he finally finds out that this turtle is in his tower. And what does he do? He signals to activate Stockman technology, all right, which was the flying mousers and a larger robot. We don't know if he's a Sinja. He could be a person behind him, but he's thick. That boy, double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon. Like, read it. He's like, what the fuck? He then gets surrounded by these mousers, the inventions of Dr. Stockman, and this robot. Him and the robot go into hand-to-hand combat, in which them both are being launched out of the side of the tower window. My boy's been climbing. He fell over 10 stories onto his face. I don't care care. Who's surviving that? Who, like, really, I guess, for my sense, in anime, the only person really surviving that is Luffy because he's rubber. Alright? Zoro falling off a fucking 10-story building, dead. Sanji, dead. Nami, Usopp, the whole crew. Anybody, that, unless you can fly, is dying from this. But no. No. The moment he slaps the floor, he looks up and goes, Hiroto, you spineless bastard. Like, he wanted to fight him himself. He fell down like over 10 stories, and that's all he could still think of is this nigga Hiroto. Wow. And Hiroto, thinking that the turtle is dead, he starts making his rounds, you know, his victory laps. Starts to talk hella shit about the turtles, about their family's long-lasting rivalry, and how their family was never gonna win. And then he pans over, running his hands across the glass of his comatose mother. By the way, she got bit. But his comatose mother, and is like, I'm going to finish what you could not. Nigga, why are you talking shit to your almost deceased mom? What is wrong with you? What the fuck is this guy? Like, he's twisted. Like, genuinely twisted. So then we pan back to our turtle after, you know, cursing Hiroto's name and getting up because it could not end like this. He wanted to die fighting Hiroto. Not falling off a building, not by synthetic freaking ninjas, no. So he got up and he willed himself, sheer willed himself. He said everything felt broken. Sheer willed himself back into the sewers. Alright, and then the synthetic ninjas come, and then the street thugs that we see in the beginning of the chapter, that he stole one of their bikes, alright? You're like, whoa, okay, so these guys are relevant. They misdirect the Sinjas. So you're like, oh, that's dope. All right, cool. So then we see our ninja, our turtle, making his way through the sewers. All right, trailing so much blood, hacking up, spitting out so much blood, internal injuries off the charts. All right, guys. We're like, he's gonna die. He's losing so much blood. There's no way he's surviving that. And then he stops to proceed to lay out 4 weapons. All right, we see Donatello's staff. We see Leonardo's sword. We see Raphael's, what are they called? Knives? Oh. And Michelangelo's nunchucks. And all vertically placed, all the weapons horizontally placed, and the masks, we get the blue, purple, orange, and red masks vertically placed on the weapons. And then before I've even read any chapters of this, before I was recommended to make this video, I was like, I had a little bit of knowledge of the Last Ronin. And this was the line that really hooked me to agree to make this video when the dude commented on my video and was like, dude, you make this video. And I was like, yeah, for sure. For fucking sure. Hell yeah. Because after that, oh, okay, so if you're familiar with the Last Ronin trailer for the game, then you know these lines. You've heard them. You hear the pain in his voice. You see the pain in his face when he says this. If you have not, please go watch the Last Ronin trailer for the video game that's coming out. Go do that. So if you're familiar with that, then this scene gets you a little bit, because he proceeds to say, hold on. He proceeds to say, guys, we were always so different, so much alike. I miss my brothers so much. And I miss my father. More than anything else, I wanted to make him proud. I usually don't get sad watching or reading shit, but that got me. That got me, dude, because that's so fucking sad. Oh my god, I'm like about to tear up. Like seriously, saying that in the mic just now almost got me. Like, holy fucking shit, dude. The feels hit. The feels hit hard. And what does he do? He proceeds to commit seppuku with Leonardo's broken blade. Or with his broken blade, maybe? Or with his brother's broken blade. We still don't know which turtle this is. Alright? Proceeds to commit seppuku. But then he starts losing consciousness. He's like, no, this is not the way I want to go. I need this for my family. I need honor. I cannot face them without this. And then we see his face as he falls back onto his shell, broken and beaten down, thinking that this is his last breath, that he's dishonored, he's brought the utmost dishonor to his family. And then we see him in a dream, back in his old lair in New York in the sewers with his 3 other brothers. We get one on the left saying, if you guys don't hurry up and wake him up, I'm gonna eat the last bagel. So my theory with that guy is that's definitely either Mikey or Raph. That's definitely either Mikey or Raph that said that shit. No, Donnie and Leo are not gonna, they're gonna wait until someone eats the bagel. Alright, they're not gonna take the bagel. Raph or Mikey, they're like, dog, wake up or I'm eating that shit. Alright, so Mikey is he's kind of more of a go-getter, so I'm thinking the one who said that was actually Raph, because Raph is the one that really like threatens people the most. So threatening them, I'm gonna eat your bagel if you don't wake the fuck up, basically. Baffled that he's seeing his brothers, he's like, oh my god. And before he can finish that line, we pan over to the present day. He's awake and he's saying, April? We get a panel of April O'Neil. Older, she's like 40 something. MILF April. MILF April. We're like, oh shit. O'Neil, what do you do? Like, okay. And she's like, you really worried me there. And who were you talking to? Michelangelo? Oh my god! Of course it's Mikey! Of course it's Mikey. They would definitely make the youngest one, the one that's seen his brothers in action the most, the one that looks up to everyone else, who takes tidbits from everything. Of course! Oh my god, it's so good! It's so freaking good! And then we see Mikey, so knowing that this is Michelangelo now, his tendencies and how much, he's changed from being the lucky, go-getter, the carefree turtle, to the turtle that seeks nothing but revenge for his family. All right? He had his family taken from him. What else did you think he was gonna do? I mean, no one else, none of the other turtles would have felt this as much, I feel like, because he was the youngest. But man, oh man, that was good. That was fantastic. When April says Michelangelo at the end, I mean, you guys saw it. That was my genuine reaction. While I was reading it, I dropped my phone and I was like, I literally had to go grab paper towel and like wipe my armpits off because I started sweating. That's how fucking hype I was. I was like, yo, oh my god. it's just, and then like reading it or like off my script and saying this all out loud and really getting the feel for this chapter, it's like invigorating. You're like, oh wow, and then you're like, dude, fuck you, Hiroto. Oroku Hiroto. Oh, Naruto, Sasuke. That's what the feels I'm getting. All right, let me calm the hell down and end this video here. I will be doing the latter chapters, chapter 2, 3, 4, and the prologue. If you guys like this, have any comments. If you don't like it, let me know, but be nice about it. But without further ado, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and tune into the next one. That's Nova.